Welcome to Gotkush TV here at the Blacktricity Beyond the Return 2020 pre-Kwanzaa event for you with us right about now. We've got something a little bit different and not digressing from the mix of what we're actually bringing forth to you, but we thought, hey, this is unique and something that we thought we'd showcase here this evening. The mystical legend of Eagle-Ras, brought to you by our guest Daniel Christie. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm blessed, man. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, it's interesting cover you got there of humanity. Looks like they definitely enjoy themselves. Tell us a little bit about the mystical legend of Eagle-Ras. Show it up there.
Yeah. Let me try and hold this correct. So, this is my self-published graphic novel, The Mystical Legend of Eagle-Ras. It's quite thick. It's available on Amazon. And The Mystical Legend of Eagle-Ras is an introduction into a series of stories that I'm creating, all based in a British diaspora setting. It's a fictional environment that could be Brixton, it could be Handsworth, it could be anywhere in the UK, but it's kind of tells a little bit of our story, things that we go through in contemporary life as black British people, the youth. It has different characters from different age groups in the community, but also it ties back into a lot of the metaphysical and spiritual things that people like us have been studying for a long time. Metaphysics, Kemetic sciences, ancient Kemetic deities.
African cosmology, that type of African spirituality. Yeah,
100%. When I was creating this, originally I was listening to Dr. Delbert Blair, Bobby Hemmett, people like that. So I think I've kind of tried to find a way to compact all of that into something that the youths, them and people in our community can just read and enjoy, but also maybe pick up on something that might make them, either you'll relate to it or you'll want to go out and learn something that I've kind of used here.
And the mystic legend, what's the mystic legend in regards to Eagle-Ras? Because you've done it in like comic form, right? So you drew the pictures, the artwork yourself?
Yeah, I drew the pictures, I wrote it. It took me 3 years to do, on and off. But yeah, everything, even the way that it's put together like this, I did that, and I send it to a company that prints it for me and puts it on Amazon for me. I've just completed a sequel to this as well, which should be out by the time this goes out. So yeah, but the mystical part of it, I suppose, this character, a lot of my characters, my main characters are related to some of these ancient Kemetic deities, and they don't know, but there's events that will happen in their life that they're led to. It's basically about working all their way up through the chakras and bursting that and being able to understand that they're surrounded by these different energies that have been following them ancestrally the whole time, and then that falls forward into, well, what do we do with this information? What are these people's destinies and things like that? But I keep it. It's not like I'm trying to think of. It's not like Lord of the Rings or anything like that. It's literally the journeys that we go through as people. That, you know, we're all born. We're all descendants of Africa. But some of us are born here, we live in certain environments, we're either not told these things or we don't feel those things, and then some of us go through a journey of awakening, and most of my characters in these stories are going to be going through various awakenings and being opened up to, just like we were just saying, the African cosmology side of things, and it's just trying to find...
So within that awakening and them gathering their experiences and that knowledge, that's where their superpower comes from.
Exactly, yeah, exactly. So a lot of them will have powers that they don't even know that they have until something happens and bam, it just claps it open for them, and now then the next stage will be like, oh, where do these powers come from? What do I do with them? You know, So yeah, basically that, yeah.
I love the way it comes into, like I said, in comic form, as you can see here. Yeah, I hope you can see it here. Yeah, and if somebody wanted to pick up the Mystic Legend of Eagle-Ras, you said it's Amazon. How much is
Amazon? It's on Amazon for 30 quid. It's the equivalent as anything that the white man's selling right about now in Waterstones, but it's for you. And yeah, so you can get it on Amazon. Sometimes I have physical copies here at Ackland Village as well. So if you're in the area and you want to inquire about that, you can always do that. I'm on Instagram as OLDB Official. OLDB is my brand, so I also do music. The plan going forward with this is to create even more books, but also I want to get into films as well. This is a spin-off of a film script that I wrote a long time ago, so I've done theatre and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of things. There's film, I've done a bit of fashion, like I just mentioned, music, animation, and I do workshops as well for school children, and I just recently did one for the University of Arts in London where I kind of speak about how I created this. I teach people how to do this, but I also talk about the mental health aspect of it, why it's good to have an artistic outlet, encouraging the youth also to stick to their craft, because this thing took me out of a lot of trouble. Once I'd started to realise what it was that I wanted to do, it was quite therapeutic for me to really sit down and process a lot of things that I was either going through myself or I saw my people around me going through, and basically it helped me process a lot of things. And lo and behold, now I've processed it, it's in something physical that I can actually sell and I can actually use to spread a little bit of awareness about different topics and also tell our story. And that's what Got Kush TV is about, and that's what I'm all about, is us having our own narratives and being able to control those narratives. One of the main things that sparked me off to do this was my uncle Errol, who was a boxer, Errol Christie. He did an autobiography. I was always involved in theatre. I used to watch TV. I watch a lot of TV shows with black characters and stuff like that. And even though some of the black characters were good, I always knew that the people behind in the writer's room weren't one of us. There was always something off or something where I thought, wow, I could do that because I know the culture that I come from. So instead of I've tried to go down certain avenues and try and affiliate myself with certain companies or whatever, or try and get myself through the door with some of these established places. But one thing I've learned is, I can do it myself in this day and age. And that's the main thing, is kind of like owning it and not allowing these people to come in and kind of manipulate or change the story or tell me it's too black or whatever. If it's too black, so be it, but I'm going to control this narrative. And that's, I think we've all got that in common. We're trying to make sure that, we tell our own stories the way that we know how and not allow anybody to interfere with that.
Well, us here at Got Kush TV, we don't think anything's too black. I often say to people, no other culture seems to have a problem with their narrative coming across from their race, so nobody should have a problem with Got Kush TV bringing across our races, our culture's narrative. And it's glad to see somebody in the artistic field do something a little bit different. The mystical legend of Eagle-Ras, Danny Christie, OLDB,
Original Lionheart, Die Hard branded, that's the brand. And just to add on to what you was just saying, I mean, a lot of us, we like mangas, a lot of you guys like Naruto, all sorts of things like that. What a lot of us don't realise is a lot of their Japanese, Chinese, Korean culture gets injected into those shows and these things that we enjoy. So part of the reason that inspired me to create this was to basically do that for us as black people in the diaspora, at home, but also here. I haven't made it an American story. I haven't made it something that people like us, if you enjoy Top Boy, but then you also enjoy something supernatural, you enjoy a little bit of sci-fi, it's all in here.
You heard it from Daniel. We got some more coming your way at Got Kush TV. Make sure you keep it to the UK's #1 conscious platform, and look out for the mystic legend of Eagle-Ras, bringing you the exclusives before the exclusives, getting you to know what to know. It's got Kush TV in the house. It's Blacktricity.
Blacktricity. Got Kush TV's exclusive pre-Kwanzaa showcase is now available for you to watch absolutely free. In conjunction with Ghana, the On the Return series, we have brought the African diaspora experience directly to you. To watch this monumental event absolutely free, simply register for membership at gotkushtv.com and you will receive access to Blacktricity as well as more exclusive content with performances from Reggie Rockstone, VVN Yusufu Jallo and more. The Voyage to Motherland panel and a keynote address from Brother Melenbakah, Kwanzaa, Pan-Africanism and reconnecting with Africa. Register now at gotkushtv.com.